Good afternoon. Welcome to Emory-Henry on this historic day in the life of our college. I want to say welcome to those who could join us today, either in person or online. At this time, I would like to invite our president, Dr. John Wells, to share some exciting news. Dr. Wells.
Well, thank you for being here, and we are excited on this day to announce our acceptance in Division II of the NCAA, and we are excited about the future that portends for this great institution. At Emory-Henry, our motto is Macte Virtute, increase in excellence. We are taking those words and making them manifest and lived reality today. So we are excited for not just our college, but we're excited for the region. We know that as we expect to enter into competition with such great institutions as Tusculum and UVA-Wise, Mars Hill, Carson-Newman, many institutions that we have competed with in the past at earlier stages of our athletic history, we are profoundly honored to be in their company as we anticipate good-spirited competition. As excited as we are for our college and for our region, we are most profoundly excited for our students. Emory-Henry has a long reputation and long tradition of academic excellence. We are known for our ability to take students, many of whom are first-generation students, and to make certain that they are secured for a future that is successful. But even more than that, we know that our athletic program is also one that builds character, that builds integrity, a willingness to be disciplined and to be directed toward great ends, and a focus on success and victory. We know that with this transition, where we will be able to offer scholarships for incoming students, we are going to be able to take that great academic and athletic history, and we are going to make that available to students who might not otherwise be afforded the opportunity to be at Emory-Henry. We are enormously excited about what the future holds. We know that this is good for Emory-Henry, and we know that the very best days for our institution are ahead, and we are excited about the high level of student athletes that we are going to be welcoming to Emory-Henry in coming months because of this transition. We thank all of those who have worked so diligently to make this day a reality, and we know that we are on to great and greater victories in the future. So we are excited about Emory-Henry, and go Wasps.
Thank you, President Wells. Today, we officially begin our journey from Division III as a provisional member of Division II. As a provisional member, we will spend the next 3 years transitioning our athletics program to comply with the expectations and compliance requirements of the division. Much of the coming year will be spent on rules education, establishing the committee structure to provide a more comprehensive institutional partnership and oversight system. We will be revising our competition schedules as we make the transition to Division II. Though we will be changing our policies and procedures, what will not change is the emphasis on providing student athletes with the opportunity to participate in all areas of campus life. The Division II motto, Life in the Balance, aligns perfectly with the core values of our institution and describes Emory-Henry and its experience that we have all come to know and love. As President Wells has mentioned, the decision to move to Division II was not made hastily. The decision called for careful examination because Emory-Henry has a long and rich tradition in intercollegiate athletics and plays a vital role in the life of the college. Under the expert guidance from our consultants, Nancy Mitchell and Dr. Kathy Turpin, our athletics team has restructured our department to prepare for this new challenge. Over the last 18 months, our Board of Trustees, campus leaders, faculty and staff, students, alumni, and community partners have invested countless hours into the process. Through our exploratory phase, it became evident that by joining Division II, Emory and Henry would have an even greater opportunity to expand upon its tradition of a broad-based academic experience, service to our community, and athletic excellence. For the last 45 years, we've enjoyed a strong relationship with our fellow members of the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. We would be remiss if we did not take this opportunity to thank the ODAC for their partnership and support over the last 4 decades. However, as we look to the future, we are incredibly excited to build new relationships as a member of the South Atlantic Conference. The SAC is one of the premier Division II conferences in the country, and we look forward to joining ranks with such an outstanding group of institutions. Even though we're just starting this journey, we are ready to experience and already experiencing the positive impact of this new direction. At a time when many small private colleges are struggling, E&H is in a position to thrive. Emory and Henry will welcome its largest incoming class ever in just a few weeks. Within that record-setting group, there will be over 200 student athletes. We can all agree that access to higher education has become more challenging than ever, especially for students from our region. As a member of Division II, we can now help break down some of those barriers for students who can access post-secondary education through the doors of intercollegiate athletics. Since submitting our application to the NCAA, our coaches have been able to expand the recruiting efforts beyond our traditional footprint of Southwest Virginia, East Tennessee, and Western North Carolina. Our coaches can now recruit student athletes from the entirety of those states, along with South Carolina and Georgia. Though many of our student athletes come from the surrounding areas, we are excited to welcome to campus students from 32 states across the country and 9 countries from around the world. We look forward to embracing a diverse group of student athletes who will help our campus community grow as citizens and members of a larger global society. In return, we have the opportunity to share the traditions and cultures of this beautiful Middle Appalachian region that we call home. Emory and Henry student athletes have forever gone on to be leaders in their professions, government, and in their communities. The ability to attract student athletes from across the country serves to expand Emory and Henry's impact on making the world a better place. As you can see, the decision to join Division II is not just about athletics. It's about providing students with the opportunity to combine a highly competitive college athletics experience with a handcrafted education that prepares the next generation of servant leaders. We know that Emory and Henry has the reputation of being a college that changes lives. We now have the chance to provide this opportunity to a much larger and diverse group of student athletes. I would like for you to hear from our coaches what the membership in Division II means for Emory and Henry. At this time, I want to invite Associate Director of Athletics and Head Baseball Coach Trey McCall to share a few remarks.
Thank you, Ann. On behalf of the coaching staff at Emory and Henry College, I would have to say this is certainly an exciting day. Our excitement is tempered by the fact that we're about to enter one of the premier NCAA Division II conferences in the United States. Over the last decade, the South Atlantic Conference has been representative of multiple schools and multiple sports in each of various sports in the NCAA Division II championship game. Therefore, we enter the coming days very tempered, very humble, knowing that great work lies ahead. One of the greatest honors of my life happened in April of 2006. I was allowed to attend a reunion dinner of the 1963 baseball team here at Emory. At that time, many of the players on the baseball team were also athletes in other sports. The event was emceed by former president, Dr. Charlie Sidner, who was also a member of the team. It was the first time I had heard the term Smoky Mountain Athletic Conference. There are quite a few trophies in the King Center with the initials SMAC on it for winning a championship. Yogi Berra once said, you got to be very careful. If you don't know where you're going, you might not get there. History is telling us where Emory and Henry Athletics is going. We are returning to our roots. We can only hope that those legendary athletes and coaches from the 1920s through the 1960s will inspire a new generation to replicate the many championships and great individual performances from that era. The coaching staff is looking forward to new opportunities that lie ahead. And while there are substantial competitive challenges on the field and on the court, we believe there are advantages that will serve as pillars as we build on the future. NCAA Division II will offer new recruiting opportunities outside our region and even internationally. It will give us the ability to make Emory and Henry as affordable as possible for student athletes and their families, and to reward them for their hard work both in the classroom and when they wear the blue and gold. It will enhance our diversity within our athletic department and within our teams. We'll also renew old rivalries with regional foes, which will bring great excitement to campus. We'll be playing in a highly competitive conference with national recognition, and it'll be the chance for the most loyal fans in the United States of America to travel and watch the Wasps play. It'll also give the college a great opportunity to make much-needed improvements to athletic facilities. At the end of the day, we realize that this move for athletics is just part of a major competitive move for the college. Dr. Wells and the Board of Trustees have done a great job putting our college into a position to be a powerhouse institution in the Central Appalachian Mountains. One of my former colleagues said as he left his position here, Emory and Henry really needs to figure out who it is. Back to Yogi again. He said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. As of today, I can say that this institution, who knows who it is and certainly knows where it's going, and our coaching staff is excited to climb aboard. Thank you.
Thank you, Trey. I now want to welcome Christine Nideford to share her thoughts. Ooh. Christine serves as the head men's and women's tennis coach and advisor for our Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Christine?
Thank you, Ann, and what an exciting day it is for Emory and Henry. The transition to D2 has already opened so many doors for the college to broaden our footprint and continue to diversify our campus. Historically, Emory and Henry's student body has been heavily made up of students from within a 3-hour radius of campus. Since our decision to transition to Division II, we have seen a significant increase in interest of prospective students from across the country and even internationally. This fall, we will have at least 12 new international student athletes join our athletic teams. As a coach and on behalf of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, we are so excited to embrace the D2 motto of Make It Yours by bringing new cultures, new perspectives, and new challenges to our campus and athletics department. We are committed to providing a student athlete experience that will be unique, special, and one that will be talked about on a global scale.
Thank you, Christine. I think we can all agree there's a new buzz around campus today, and that's no pun intended. And it is indeed a great day to be an Emory and Henry Wasp. I want to thank President Wells for his leadership and his vision for Emory and Henry. And I want to remind members of the media that we will be available at the conclusion of today's program if you need additional information. Thank you again, everyone who joined us today, for celebrating with us on this very special day. Thank you.